Well, my name is Shawn Brigman. I'm a Spokane tribal member, and I'm a cultural recovery artist, meaning I like to go out and recover or harvest natural material and then process that material into ancestral implements. And ancestral implements would be the tools, the architecture, and the watercraft of our ancestors. Well, I come from an educational background in architecture. And then in that discipline, that we're trained in doing scaled models, scaled drawings, and then going out and building real-world, full-scale versions of those. And so from that educational background, that got me into, well, I can apply this to some of our ancestral heritage, like tule mat lodges, pit houses, and canoes of the local plateau tribes. And so with that background, I was able to do scaled drawings and scaled models to then go out and recover some of our ancestral architectural heritage. I spent time studying abroad in Copenhagen, Denmark. And while in Copenhagen, I visited the Viking Ship Museum in Roskilde, Denmark. And while visiting that museum, the moment I walked in, I saw their Viking ships recovered from the fjord. They had archaeologically recovered them from the mud. And then to see those Viking ships displayed in the museum setting with their fair lines, and that just really inspired me because I knew we had our own canoe architecture back home with the local plateau tribes. So in 2004, when I was studying in Copenhagen, I knew that someday I would come back to the plateau and recover some of our plateau canoe heritage. And then sure enough, in 2012, I went out and started recovery of my first bark sturgeon nose canoe. Well, the studio here at the Hive has allowed me to work on multiple canoes at once. So for example, the canoe behind me is actually my contemporary method, and I developed that in 2013. I also developed the frame to accept a contemporary ballistic nylon to then facilitate onto that frame. So the Hive has enabled me to work on the contemporary frame, which is what I call a Salish sturgeon nose canoe, while at the same time working on some of these bark canoes. So I'm able to rotate through all of these canoes. Well, while here at the Hive, I was very fortunate to participate in my first independent film. And for that film, I was able to produce a very special canoe for their movie, and that'll be released in the future. But it enabled me to kind of get abstract and experiment a little bit. And also during my time here at the Hive, I was able to participate in the Spokane Poop Fest Court mural, where there's an image of a canoe similar to my Salish sturgeon nose canoe. And so I was able to dabble in mural painting. And so that's where I see myself going next, is getting into more diverse manifestations of the canoe culture, whether it's mural painting, Hollywood, independent films, possibly furniture design or jewelry design, and potentially fashion design, incorporating some of our canoe culture into that.